First of all, thank you very much for this. This is incredible. Can those of you by the food, can we have your attention, please, for 3 minutes? First of all, Rabbi Sanders, this is not necessary at all. I owe you all the thanks, but this is incredible, and I'm not going to mind bringing this home, having the actual handwriting and the actual words of the Chavetz Chaim, of the Kappa Chaim is an incredible gift. Okay, so my speech is going to be shorter than expected because I can't see one word. Literally not one word.
Rabbi, can I give you some light? I will give you some light.
Okay. Do we have your attention in the back? There are many things in life that we are prepared for. That means when someone gets married, time. So when they're ready for marriage, they took lessons and classes, and hopefully they're ready for what's in store. When someone's about to have a child, by definition, it takes 9 months for that child to come into the world. You have 9 months to prepare. If someone's going to buy a house, you go into contract, and then you close. You're ready. But when someone gets a call that their mother has to go to the hospital, or their father, or their wife, or God forbid their child, you don't have any preparation. It's usually, hi, daddy's not doing well. Hatzalah is coming to the house right now. Who's going? Are you going? I'm going. I'm going. Mommy's also going to go. We're going to go too. Are you sure? Could you drop? You have a class to give. Don't give the class. Grab something from the house and get in the car. You're going to follow the Hatzalah truck and you're going to go. And then you get there. And you're so not ready for anything. You barely know the doctor you're going to speak to. And you for sure don't know what you're going to do. My family and I have been through about a 7-year journey that ended sadly 3 months ago. And on that journey, we've been in and out of hospitals and had nowhere to turn. And at nights, we'd sleep on floors. At nights, what?
You slept on the floor.
Yes, not my father. At nights, we didn't know where we were going to get food from because it was so urgent, no one even knew we were there. Enter Chesed 24/7. And all of a sudden, the whole experience changes. And I'd like to give you explanation why and give you a few keys, if I can, if the people in the back are okay with listening for 2 minutes. The Pasuk says of Nechama, of consolation, Devru Alev Yerushalayim. We speak Ki Nirtza Avona. You speak about the heart of Jerusalem because our sins have been forgiven. What do you mean our sins have been forgiven? Yesterday we were sitting on the floor because our Beit HaMikdash was destroyed. What changed today? What changed today is the recognition of Lev Yerushalayim, the recognition of the heart of the Jewish people. And the heart of the Jewish people is so powerful and so unique. And it's so captured in Chesed 24/7. When we walked into the hospital, we didn't know them and they didn't know us. And before you know it, they were our friend. And I'm going to give you 3 components of how they help. Number 1 is food. You might say, we don't need food, we can afford food. I hope you've never been in a hospital. If you have, try Uber eating to a hospital. It's so annoying. Because when you Uber Eats to your house, you could say, drop it off outside the door, and you go pick it up in 10 minutes or 20 minutes or an hour, whatever it takes. Which door are you going to drop it off to outside the hospital? So where do you go? So you keep tracking on your phone, and then the guy came already, and then he left, and he went to the other hospital door, and he went to the front, he went to the back. The front and the back is not the front and the back of your house. It's 3 blocks away, the front and the back. And you're starving, and your patient needs food, and you need food, and the hospital gives you some food, you can barely look at it. And then there's Chesed 24/7. My siblings and I were in and out of that room, and we'd go get a piece of cake. We'd go get something to eat. We'd go get some vegetables. We'd go get some candy. We'd go get some snack. We'd go get some real food. We'd go get soup. On Shabbat, we get chali, we get gracious. They give you a little box. They walk into your room. Even if you could afford the food, even if buying food for you isn't hard, you feel so desperate and so poor in that moment. And the last thing you have time to do is say, Ma, Dad, tell the hot doctor to wait. I'm going to go to the store and get food. That's number one. Number two is holidays. My father was out of the hospital, like I said, over 7 years. It was probably 200, 300 days that he was in the hospital, 300 nights that he was there. We had a couple of Pesachs in the hospital. Chesed 24/7 sent a team the night before Pesach to clean the room for Pesach. Then they sent a team to set up the room for Pesach. Like my brother mentioned on the video, Pesach said there they had kara, matzah, maror, everything you need, a haggadah, the whole setup. And for each and every holiday, they are there for you to make you have, whether it's Shabbat, the holiday, make you have exactly what you need. And the third and final thing, if you're never in a hospital, you would think you don't need it. But if you're in a hospital, you desperately hold on to it. And that is a friend to hold your hand. In our journey, we were in two hospitals predominantly, Mount Sinai and Cornell. I still remember the day when Sima walked into our room. I think we were in the waiting room. And she walked into the waiting room. She says, hi. And we're like, who are you? She said, I'm with Chesed 24/7. And she told my mother, I'm going to hold your hand every day. We were in Mount Sinai for approximately 70 days. I'm not sure if it was everyone or almost everyone. Every single day, Sima came to the room and sat with my mother. What do you need? What can I get you? When you're there and you almost feel like you're in jail, it's incredible what they do. And then we were in Cornell. And Sima is right here tonight with us. Thank you, Sima, so much for all that you've done for my family. And then we were in Cornell, and in comes Yocheved. And Yocheved is there for our family, and she's watching us, and she's there with us every single day, and we were there also for weeks and months. My point here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is this. I hope you never have to walk into a hospital. But maybe I hope you do. Because it means your parent lived a long life, and it means you have a chance to be there for them. And in the haste and in the energy that you're putting in to be there for your parent or be there for a spouse, you don't realize how much help you need and the people you need to be there for you. So you don't get warning. And I hope it doesn't come for another 100 years. But when that day comes, you're not going to get a kala class. You're not going to get a groom class. You're not going to get driver's ed. And you're not going to get some lamaz that's going to teach you how to give birth to a baby. You're all suddenly going to be there and you're going to be lost. And then you're going to hear about this room. And you're going to get the Hebrew combination. And you're going to walk into the room and you're going to feel like you're home. And you're going to see other people just like you. People in our community and people from other communities. And you say, what are you here for? One time my sister walked into the room. There was a man there who was sitting Shiva. But his wife was giving birth. So he was in the hospital during the 7 days. And my sister was able to console. My family was able to console him. And he was able to strengthen us. Our nation is incredible because of the heart that we possess, because of the strength that's inside of us, because of the unity of Jews around the world, that no matter how many people are our enemy, we are brothers and sisters. And there's no place on the planet that you will need it and that you will feel it more than in the Chesed 24/7 room. I hope you don't need it for 100 years. But when that day comes, you will be so glad that tonight you supported the heart of our nation. Thank you.